Hello, welcome Nancy Drew fans. I'm back with another playthrough video. Today I'm playing game number 11, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor. This game was released in 2004, and it is the first adventure where Nancy travels overseas to solve a mystery, which I recall being very exciting at the time. This game was very exciting for a few reasons. One, of course, was her traveling to England, but also the setup. We had this idea of a curse, and it seemed very spooky and was perfect for Halloween, and this was a fall release when it came out. So there was a lot to be very, I don't want to keep using the same word, but excited for. And I'm looking forward to replaying the game now. It's been a little while since I last played it. This is one of those games where I've really liked it at times and that others haven't been super keen, and well, today's kind of a gray day and it makes me want to play The Curse of Blackmoor Manor, so let's go ahead and do that.
Welcome to my latest case, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
Well, let's just go with Senior Detective.
Dear Ned, greetings from jolly old England. Although right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part. That's because I'm on my way to Blackmoor Manor, where the daughter of one of our neighbors is living. The daughter, whose name is Linda, recently married Hugh Pendleton, a British diplomat. Hugh travels a lot, so the only people at the manor with Linda are Hugh's aunt, Mrs. Drake, and Hugh's 12-year-old daughter, Jane. The thing is, ever since Linda moved into the manor, her health has gone downhill. She's practically bedridden, and no one seems to know why. Her mother is convinced something is terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark, foggy moor. I can't tell whether the butterflies in my stomach are because I'm excited or just a tad creeped out. Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
Night, miss. Good luck.
Good luck.
Nancy. Who's there? Hello? There's something out there!
Where, child?
Over there! I mean, something was out there.
Come in. I'm Mrs. Drake. I take it you are Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I heard something, too.
Oh, people are always seeing and hearing things on the moor at night, especially you Americans. Why don't you just go on up to your room? It's the one with the moon on the door.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is, not quite ready to meet with you just now. But please, come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right, thank you.
It's not exactly the warmest of welcomes. Let's see, what did Nancy pack in her suitcase for this trip? Just clothes. Suppose that's good.
Wonder what goes there.
Oh, that's all I want to do. There we go. This is actually the important one we'll need at some point.
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
Let's see, it's 6 in the evening, okay? That is quite the mural. It's a bit intense. Okay, this I actually have notes for. See if I can make sense of them. They're old notes. Yeah, I think that stays the way it is. You are... Oh, hang on. You're Leo, not Draco. Leo would be a little bit of black. You're the lynx, which means you're the one that's fully red. There we go. It might be Draco, which is also fully red. Oh, no. I don't know how old these notes are, but I have both Draco and Lynx as being north. Which one was in the center? Hang on, let's go check that again. Lynx. You're the center. Yeah, Draco's north. Leo is east. Phoebus, south. Pisces, west. Yes. Lynx is incorrect. Oh, you're just black. That's fine. Let's just cover you up. There we go. Pisces is... I need you to be blue for one thing, and then the left side is covered. Okay, and then Lepus, which is south, right? Yes. Black and green. That's what I thought. Oh, I think I did too much. Oh, yes, I did too much. Okay. Let's look at these again. I really should have just taken my own notes from the get-go. Leo, you were east. Okay. Well, I did do correctly. Who was west? Pisces. Okay. Let's go you again, please.
Wonder what this is.
Didn't need to click that again. That's okay. And of course we have this. Because why not? Already solving puzzles and Nancy hasn't even left her room yet. Okay. So in order to solve this, Nancy has to do some internet searching. And they're all here. Do I have these jotted down and are they correct? Let's see. What's on all of my sticky notes? Oh, I do have this one drawn out. This, unfortunately, this game, like it came in a nice little DVD style case, but it didn't come with a notebook, so I have everything on a whole bunch of sticky notes inside the case. I have more detailed notes somewhere, I think in the crawl space, but I'm not going to go down there. Then, can make sense of that drawing. I think it's that one. And this one. And then that one. always think of these as just M's with doohickeys on the end. Like that one. Where are my waves? There are my waves. And you. Did I skip you? Oh, I did skip you. Ah, rats. Let's try this all over again. This is a strong start, obviously. You. Now you. I skipped that one before. Waves. There we go. Nancy's just so naturally curious that, yeah, it doesn't take her long to find any puzzle in any given space. That's fine. And I do think when I first played this game, I did start solving these puzzles pretty early on.
Oh, Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
Elle veut pas parler en français. She doesn't want to talk in French. Oh, right. That's a bit intense. Wow. Seeing as I have these already noted. Dunk, dunk. Just intense. I feel like I'm really gonna fly through this game. Is there an Easter egg if you do it backwards? I'm just gonna disrupt Jane's lesson by repeatedly doing this. No, guess not. I feel like there is an Easter egg relating to this. I'm not someone who followed those, but I do have this inkling that that's the case.
The key fits, but it won't turn. I need to put some kind of grease in there first.
Okay, and we will get there eventually. He does look rather curious.
I need something else for this.
And it's weird that Nancy thinks she actually needs something for this right now. It just seems strange.
Oh, forget it. Stay in Italy as long as you want then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be. It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Oh, that's intense. That's not a conversation you want to overhear. It's sort of embarrassing.
Linda? Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
I really had to resist the urge to add my own lines here. As soon as she said Nancy Drew, my brain went, the Snoopy one? Oh, Eustacia and Drop-Off. Anyhow.
So, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Well, I feel like... I feel like something really strange is happening.
Your mother is very concerned about your condition.
My condition? What's my mother told you? What her son-in-law keeps telling me? That it's all in my head? That I'm just an unhappy new bride? That I just need time to adjust? I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. But that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known. That's everything you need to know. Now if...
Mummy, can I come in?
No, you're supposed to be in your lessons.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Okay.
That was my stepdaughter. She can be such a pest sometimes. Anyway, I understand you feel an obligation to my mother, but trust me, there's nothing you can do. You're welcome to stay, but I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
Please, Linda, just tell me what's wrong. Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me.
And that's our introduction to Linda, the whole reason for our visit. She's not a very likable character at the moment. Not that she's ever really likable in this game. But yeah, that's sort of an interesting introduction. It doesn't exactly make me want to help her. It's a very cold and uninviting room she's in. That doesn't help her situation, in my opinion.
This must be Mrs. Drake's room. Guess she's not in her room.
I feel like I'm in Ghost Dogs.
Oh, it's just a parrot.
Such an annoying character. Oh man.
No, you didn't.
Did you?
What's your name?
Lolo, 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 Lolo,
Okay, I get the point. Lulu.
Lolo.
Do you by any chance know Latin?
Why would she ask that?
I'll take that as a yes. Would you mind translating something for me?
Fire away.
So this is one of the problems I have with this game. Why would Nancy assume she could ask the bird for assistance? Like, it just seems so random to me. And maybe there's an explanation that I've jumped ahead a little bit, but still, it just seems really weird. And if I've jumped ahead, I shouldn't have been able to. I think if Nancy learns that she can talk to Lulu and get information because of for whatever reason, then I shouldn't be able to ask Lulu until that point these questions about Latin. So it's just one of the issues I have with this game. But let's proceed.
Bruma?
The longest day of the year is solstitium, the summer
That's not what I
solstice.
asked.
The shortest day is bruma, the winter solstice. Equinoctium vernum is a spring equinox. Equinoctium autumnalis is a fall equinox. Day equals night. Lulu's always right.
So we had those 4 options to ask about the 4 words, and this would have been the response, regardless of which one we picked.
Bye, bird.
Bye-bye.
Oh, to me this is the classic Curse of Blackmoor Manor track that's just started.
I need the key.
Do I have this drawn? Doesn't matter.
Felicity, the door!
Let's go find Jane.
Hi, you must be Nancy. I'm so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come to visit my stepmom, but I'd love it if you could pop by whenever you get the chance. Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
That was really weird with her lying down, and now suddenly we're having a conversation and she's sitting upright. I don't think that worked quite as well as it could have.
Sure, Jane. What would you like to play?
Let's play this card game I found in your room. Actually, it's Bridget's room. I mean, it used to be her room. I mean, she died like 300 years ago. You can see a painting of her in the Great Hall. She's the one with the telescope.
Hint, hint.
Okay, so
telescope.
you have to match up a pair of constellations. I made all the matches in 25 tries. Try to beat my record.
Okay. Kila Musca. I can't see what some of these are. Oh, Kila. What was this one again? Lyra and Crater. Corona, Gross, Cassiopeia. Was this Cassiopeia? Yes. Corvus. Corona. I saw Corona. Oh, I saw that too. was there. No, there. Nope, somewhere else entirely. There we go. There we go.
I took too many tries, but maybe next time. That was fun, but I'd like to ask you some questions.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy? I mean, Linda. I do hope you'll help. She's been a bit out of sorts lately.
When did she start getting sick?
I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady all dressed in black putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
That doesn't entirely answer the question, so the flow of this one didn't quite work as well. So I talked about dialogue in my last video, my recap, that was sort of my special topic, and now I've got dialogue really firmly on the brain, and I'm noticing right away that it's a little off in this one as far as transitioning from question to answer. The flow is not quite there.
The woman left something?
The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
Sure. What would you like to play?
Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play.
That's
We
very
can play
sweet and
Bull,
sad.
Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
You know that was meant to be for the fans. How many of us wanted to make computer games specifically work for her interactive? Yeah.
How about a game of Petroglyph Punch?
This is a game I bought in Arizona.
Shouldn't have
You
picked
have
this
to make
one.
as many matches as possible. On your mark, get set, go!
Let's just go easy. Think about this. This could take a really long time. This was a really bad idea. But so it goes. You guys get to watch me play, or you can just forward ahead. That's fine. Come on. You can go there. Not so few of you now. I really like it when things are organized. You need a buddy. So do you. And you, and you. I must be missing a match somewhere. Oh, there it is. That one. Oh, this should get me 2 at once. We're pretty close to it. Got 2 sets of purple. There we go. You can go there, and you can go there. Oh, good. That didn't take too long. No, I guess I have to click.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Jane.
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
That would be really weird.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
I'm very aware of the size of her head right now, and I think this is something lots of people have pointed out. Her proportions are really off. It really adds to the creep factor of this little kid.
Jane, did there used to be a telescope in my room?
Mm-hmm. I took it outside to look at the stars. But if you want it back, you'll have to play a game with me.
Oh.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, what's the game?
Let's see how quick your reflexes are. I'll time you. If you get the puzzle done in time, I'll return the telescope. If not, then you'll have to try again. On your mark, get set, go!
Okay, so
5 minutes.
edge pieces, including corners, go on one side, which of course is most of these. Go over there, thank you. Another corner. Oh, that's not the corner I was trying to pick up. Trying to pick up that corner piece. Thank you. Okay. Apparently that doesn't go there. That's fine. Let's go up here. Of course, I can't put it in place because this bar is in my way. It's fine. I'll get there later.
Four minutes.
No, it's not quite right. Okay. That's going to be too high. No. Possibly. No. I missed another corner piece, so go there. There it is. Thank you for going where I needed you to go without me prompting. Oh, rats.
3 minutes.
Okay, how about, can I grab right there? Nope. Oh, how irritating. No, that does not look right there. Probably have to rotate this. There. Yep. All these creepy faces, man.
You won. Good show. I'll put the telescope back in your room first chance I get.
So I've had to close the recording bar and pop back up, so this probably cut really awkwardly. But puzzle was solved in time.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room, did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird. That's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
Okay, I don't want to play any more games.
I should get going.
Au revoir.
And this is my game.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
I love this little sticker.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
It's pretty heavy course load. Creepy teeth. I hate those things. Just give me the heebie-jeebies.
You had a guinea pig?
Yes, but it died.
When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it, all right?
Like, why would Nancy ask when? Like, what is the point of that question?
That's my family tree. Ask me anything about anyone. Go on, ask me.
And Hugo?
And?
He had a lot of kids, and his dates were 1401 to 1466.
Again, here we've got some dialogue where the flow isn't great, like, and as though I'd already asked about someone else, which I had not.
What can you tell me about Eleanor?
Just that she was burned as a witch, but it wasn't true, and her father, James, died when he saw her die. And then the family fled to France. I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
Tell me about Brigitte, the one born in 1759.
She never married and was bonkers for astronomy. She adopted her sister's son, Richard, who later got killed at Waterloo.
What do you know about Letitia?
Loves plants, hates noise. You can ask her about it. She's usually in the conservatory with her plants.
Who is Alan?
He was my grandfather, but I didn't know him because he died when I was little. I guess he was nice.
Okay.
Nigel gave that to me when I was in the library once. I think he was hoping it would scare me, but it didn't. I'm too smart to believe in that sort of stuff.
So you say. Peliki Varas.
This phone number just might come in handy.
Ancient ruins.
I used that to make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like I would eat mealworms.
Crowmeister. I'm not going to bake any mealworm cakes.
What is this book?
Don't know really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
It's quite the detailed book. Like a lot of work was put into all the little bits of it, which is really cool. Important page. I hope my notes of this are correct.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer. It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
Pretty cool.
That was written by Charles Penvillin way back in like the 1500s.
Ooh.
When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
Oh, it's gone now. Unnecessary apostrophe there. Ooh, it's plural. You don't need an apostrophe. An apostrophe is only for possessive, with the exception of its, but oh, it hurts. Winking. Alright.
Oh,
there we
you
go.
startled me. You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel.
I actually expected her this time. I was anticipating her earlier. She didn't startle me for once.
Hello, Ethel. Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week.
I saw Jane's lesson schedule. That's quite an unusual list of subjects.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane.
Oh, I guess I'll be going then.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure.
So I haven't done the playthrough for this game yet, but I just picked up on her voice. She sounds like the same voice actress as who does Laurie Gerard in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Oh,
There goes my cell phone.
indeed.
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petrov. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Literally speaking, no, but I did talk to her. Not that she told me anything.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
Why is she hiding behind that curtain?
I have no idea. When I was out there last week, I got fed up and pulled the curtain back. She threw a fit, but otherwise she looked absolutely normal. A little pale, perhaps, but who wouldn't be pale, cooped up like that? Something has changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda. Although
What?
it's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
So we see more of the mystery about her, just her behavior on a few different levels. It's apparently changed drastically from before she moved to the UK.
Who exactly is Mrs. Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
I noticed.
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something. Or somebody.
That's a creepy thought.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petroff.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
I just realized we haven't taken into account the time difference. It certainly would be earlier in the day in the States right now, so it's fine, but I wonder if Nancy can make phone calls whenever and wake up people at any old time. Haven't really thought about that. Actually, I'm going to use the phone. Let's call Panikivaras.
This is Paliki.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. Could I ask you some questions about lycanthropy?
I'm sorry, I'm about to leave for a seminar, and I'm very busy. Besides, I've written 2 books and 12 articles on the subject. If you have questions, perhaps you should try reading one of them.
I did. That's how I got your number.
Well, if you didn't understand something, I'm afraid I really don't have time to explain it to you.
I understood everything. It's just that I know someone who seems to be exhibiting some of the symptoms of lycanthropic
Lycanthropic metamorphosis? Well, that's different. Talk to me.
I find it interesting that Nancy stumbled on metamorphosis when I would think that's the more common word than lycanthropic. One of the many areas of I guess inconsistency and weirdness. There are times in some earlier games where Nancy's really good with other languages and difficult words, and then later games, and they are later than the ones where she had no problem, later games where she struggles. This is another consistency issue.
What do you consider to be the definitive signs that someone is turning into some kind of animal?
Symptoms are relatively subtle. Dry mouth, fatigue, impaired vision, and reduced blood flow to the skin. Is this person pale?
Well, she's been told yes, but she hasn't seen it herself.
I can't say. She won't let anyone see her. She just lies in bed all day behind this curtain.
And at night, what does she do at night?
I can't be sure, but I do know that I saw something outside the night I arrived. Some kind of animal. And when I asked to see my friend, I was told she was unavailable.
This sounds very promising.
You don't really believe she's turning into some kind of creature, do you?
Young lady, I believe the human mind is capable of far more than we can ever imagine. Pale skin, dry mouth, fatigue. The human mind is perfectly capable of causing the body to exhibit such symptoms, if it is so motivated.
What would motivate someone to turn into an animal?
Most lycanthropes are under a great deal of stress, due perhaps to the death of a loved one, marriage, divorce, a relocation, that sort of thing. They're emotionally vulnerable, which means they're particularly open to the power of suggestion.
So she's ticked off a couple of those boxes.
Someone suggests they become a lycanthrope?
Not in so many words, of course. Somehow they get it in their head that they're destined to take another form. They see something, they read something, someone says something to them. Somehow they come to believe they're supposed to undergo a physical metamorphosis, and so, in their weakened psychological state, they do.
Are temper tantrums symptomatic of lycanthropy?
There are no hard and fast rules when it comes to lycanthropy, or almost anything else for that matter. But if someone believes that what they're changing into is irrational, or has a bad temper, then they will exhibit irrational, ill-tempered behavior, especially if this is contrary to their former nature.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
I do find it weird that Nancy makes that phone call as though she is using that person as an actual reliable source, when, I mean, we all know that's not possible. It goes against science.
Looks like a piece is missing.
Not anymore. I think we want it that way. This is one of the ones I'm always like, which way does it go? Okay. This is quite an impressive hall. There's so much to look at. I'm not going to play the Betty game right now. Let's look at it.
It stopped working.
I can't play the Betty game right now, apparently. I thought I could play it once before.
I need something to wind it up.
Before it stopped working. So this is Brigitte's coat of arms. Okay. Oh, Nigel. Hello.
Ah, yes. Are you here from the agency? It's about time.
No, I'm Nancy Drew, a friend of Linda's.
How do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee. I'm researching the Penvillen family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvillens. Until now.
Sounds intriguing.
It might have something to do with their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Ooh, intrigue. Nice. We actually got some pretty good options here too, and I haven't pointed out, well, with the exception of once, I haven't pointed out any in this game, and I like this one. So we can ask about specific things that Nigel has brought up, and then just sort of overall, just the fact that he's writing. So this is really good. This is done really well. We'll see if his response is done really well, but certainly the options we're given, I think, are really good. They're suitable.
Scandalous history?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride, I dare say. And then there's the whole business with the Blackmoor beast.
Ooh.
Blackmoor beast?
It's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvillen, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, she not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It was rumored that the beast was Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvillen's secret.
Weird. And yes, unnecessary apostrophe. Ugh.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary. Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive, and I heard it make this kind of growling sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvillen, prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
Who's Eleanor Penvillen?
Eleanor Penvillen, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650, quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex. It was rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
So I think that's phrased really awkwardly because we've already heard about Eleanor a little bit just a moment before. So there our flow is already kind of off. Of course she wasn't actually a witch. What a horrible question. I'm going to skip that.
Cromwell?
Oliver Cromwell? Ironsides? I suppose they don't teach history any longer in the U.S. Lady Penvillen was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was a practitioner of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells.
We'll get there.
Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
Tell me about the Penvillen family
that comes
treasure.
around really well.
For centuries, the Penvillens have been very secretive. Some believe they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret.
Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvillens who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
Have you seen any ruins anywhere in the manor?
You mean like Norse runes? No, I haven't. I don't really know much about them anyway. Dead languages aren't really my bag, you know.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Goodbye. Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvellyn sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married. But one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
I wonder how many kids weren't allowed to play this game because of the magical element. I remember when, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here because I haven't done the playthrough for this game yet, but when Legend of the Crystal Skull came out, lots of people posting that they weren't going to play the game because of voodoo, which was changed to the word hoodoo instead, but all these concerns about magical components, and of course it's all false. We all know Nancy solves mysteries based on reality. There's no ghosts, like everything's explained. But I do wonder if this was a game where there were some issues with that for some people.
I doubt you'll find much of interest in there. They're mainly law books. Charles Penvellyn was a prominent judge in the 16th century. Sad to say, he lost his son at a young age, left his estate to his grandson, Thomas. Interesting. I'm researching Philippe Penvellyn, and it appears that many scholars believe he was a pirate. That would explain his source of wealth.
I could click on all the bookshelves, and I'm not actually going to.
À tes souhaits.
Merci.
Bienvenue.
Do you mind if I use this computer?
No, not at all. But it's very old. Feel free to use mine if I'm not here.
Who's Alan?
Alan Penvellyn was a noted researcher in computers and languages. Jane let me into his computer, but there was nothing much of interest on it.
What's the password?
I'm not sure.
Oh, but there is stuff of interest. We'll get to that at a later time. And then I'll just quickly go down this hall. Oh, I can't take this yet.
Wonder what happened in there.
I should tally how many times the kitchens are inaccessible in my next review. This is the first of a few. I'll take another look at this little statue. Missing Corbin's coat of arms. I do really like the conservatory. It's one of my favorite spaces.
Looks like John Penvellyn may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
Yeah, this I think is my favorite room or space in this game. I really like the conservatory.
This must be some kind of well, but where's the water? Doesn't work. Probably because the well's empty.
That's a logical conclusion.
A carnivorous plant. Cool.
I feel like that wouldn't satiate that plant.
All settled in? Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise.
I'm with her there.
Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
That's fair.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvellyns have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells. Now, we do have two other house guests. A Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvellyn family history in the library, and Ethel Bossany, Jane's tutor.
What is Jane studying?
What every British schoolgirl needs to know. All of her schooling in the States has left her with, shall we say, a cultural deficit. She's in capable hands now.
I realize that's pretty insulting, and I feel like there's some truth to what she's saying. I kind of mentioned this before. Their education is quite different between countries, and as far as I recall, the States don't have the greatest track record as far as schooling. Their education system could be improved. I mean, Canada's is okay. I think ours can use some improvement as well, but certainly there are some major differences in schooling across the globe, which is rather interesting in my opinion.
Do you know what's wrong with Linda?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell, and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now, please, I really do not have time to entertain you. You may have the run of the house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours. 2 rules Jane seems incapable of following. And before I forget, our kitchen is being remodeled, so our dining situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
Remodeled. Yeah, let's use that word.
I'd like to play the card machine in the Great Hall, but it's broken.
It's not broken. I removed its crank, as it was proving to be too much of a distraction for Jane. I suppose I could see where it's gone to. But in the meantime, be a dear and do something for me, would you?
Sure.
Do you see that hodgepodge of plants over there? They're my prize seedlings. I had them perfectly arranged in that box, so I could easily move them about to catch the light. Unfortunately, Jane took all of them out when I wasn't looking. And now for the life of me, I cannot get them back in the box, so that they all fit. Why don't you give it a try while I see about that crank? If we both succeed, we shall both be happy, if you catch my meaning. Remember, they must all fit in that box!
Okay. Oh man. Not my favorite of tasks. I used to dislike this more than I currently do, so, you know, things have improved. That's okay. Still a little bit of a wiggle room. Whatever. Let's see. I don't have this memorized. Is that actually square? Looks slightly rectangular. What size are you? Okay, this will end up being supremely easy.
There.
Brilliant. And of course, they've all been rearranged, but that's fine. Allergy meds. Benazoline. Okay. And, well, here. Except...
Ow!
Can't.
Maybe I should try feeding it something.
At some point, that's what I will do. Okay, that's pretty much the castle, or the castle, the manor. Yeah, I mean, there's more to see eventually, but for now, this is the space that Nancy explores. She
I
doesn't
better
get to go
stay
outside.
inside.
Yeah.
If I track mud in the house, Mrs. Drake will kill me.
So we are sort of trapped in this one location the whole time, which suits me just fine. Yeah, so it's a really big space, lots of detail, which is really cool. They did this really well, and it's no wonder so many people consider this one of their favorite games. There's just so much work put into it, and it is done really well. won't go far enough. So, telescope. Now with my lens. Oh, that's some sort of intense music. Do I have these jotted down? Yes, in a manner of speaking. So this is for the Betty game, which is like Go Fish, which took me forever to figure out. Let's see, what time are we at? 8:30. I don't know if Mrs. Drake will even be in the conservatory. Let's take a look. I don't know what time everyone goes to their rooms in this game. I don't have that memorized. Okay.
Yes?
The picture book in Jane's room. Do you know much about its history?
My brother Alan found it somewhere in the house. He was quite fascinated by it, but he'd never let me look at it.
How sad. I'd feel really left out.
I'm concerned about that thing I saw outside.
It was purely your imagination, unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not countenance any histrionics about this issue. We have enough to worry about with Linda. And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
And that's why Nancy doesn't want to go outside. And I should have pointed this out before, so often I just click things in order. But really this would have been better to have come before the option I just clicked about Nancy being concerned about that thing she saw outside. Because previously we were talking about Alan and the flow was disrupted, and now we're talking about a different subject, and now we're going back to Alan. Like, it's the order of these could have been better.
What was your brother Alan like?
He was quite remarkable. He taught linguistics and computer science and won many prestigious awards. He loved games, especially pranks, and was forever tinkering with this and that. I do miss him sometimes, but now he's gone. He died a month after my husband passed away, and ever since I've been here all alone. Until Hugh came back from the United States, that is.
This conservatory is very beautiful, but why isn't there any water in the well?
Good
I'm
question.
not quite sure. We never really used it, but it was always full of water. That is until my brother died. And then it just dried up. Most of these plants were brought over by my grandfather. He was quite the adventurer. I remember when he brought back Lulu from the Amazon. At first, Mother wouldn't allow us to play with it because it had picked up too many unsuitable words from sailors. But it gradually learned proper manners.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot. She must be over 80 years old. Please be very careful with her, especially if you feed her. Parrots have quite delicate constitutions, you know.
Makes me think of The Secret of Shadow Ranch and feeding the horses. You have to get their diets just right as well.
Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
No, that was my brother's toy.
Toy.
I managed to get all those seedlings back in the box.
Wonderful. And I managed to find that crank. There you go.
Great, thank you. Goodbye.
Run along.
Run along.
Who's hungry? Who's ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
That's actually a really good line. Not to you, dear. Okay, so I do want to do the crank thing with the Betty game, but first, I'm just wondering, is there anything else to say to Jane before she goes to sleep?
Hi, Nancy.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penvillain name and heritage that should be treasured.
That's also a really good line, and her delivery is really good. I mean, I've criticized some of the dialogue, the lack of flow, the unnecessary apostrophes, but there's some really good delivery.
Do Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
Yes, but I won't tell. Not unless you beat me
Yes.
at Skull and Bones.
I love this
My
game.
friend Hugo bought this for me. It's like Go Fish, but you have to collect 3 of a kind of weird things like zombies and ghosts. You go first.
I love this game. And I'll mention something else when it comes up.
Do you have any skulls?
Go dig.
That's it. My sister and I, when we...
Tombstones?
All yours.
Tombstones?
Get out your shovel.
Oh, my sister and I, sometimes if we're playing Go Fish, we'll both say, go dig. Or something else. We'll change the words because of this.
Do you have any bats?
Nada.
Rats.
Do you have any coffins?
Get out your shovel. Do you have any spiders?
Here you go.
Do you have any bones?
Here you go.
Oh, excellent.
Do you have any zombies?
Nada. Do you have any coffins?
Get out your shovel. Do you have any haunted houses?
Nada.
Rats.
Do you have any coffins?
Sorry. Do you have any bats?
Go dig. Your witches, please?
Sorry. Do you have any ghosts?
Dig. Your witches, please?
Get out your shovel.
But she has coffins.
Do you have any coffins?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any bones?
Here you go.
That's a match. Do you have any zombies?
Here you go.
I got a
Ooh,
match.
on a roll.
Do you have any spiders?
Here you go.
That's a match. Do you have any bats?
Go dig. Tombstones?
Afraid not. You got a match. Good for you. Do you have any ghosts?
Sorry. Your witches, please?
Get out your shovel. Do you have any skulls?
Dig.
That's a match.
Your witches, please?
Sorry. A match? You're doing
I
great.
knew that was coming. She was due.
Do you have any haunted houses?
Here you go.
Do you have any skulls?
Sorry.
I got a match.
Would you happen to have any ghosts?
All
Thief.
yours. A match? You're doing great.
So take my
Do you have any
skulls.
skulls?
I win.
You won. Good job. Okay, the password for my grandfather's computer is on his coat of arms, plain as day.
I should get going.
Ta-ta.
And I have mixed feelings about that. So we get the answer without getting the full answer. So we still have to do a little bit of investigating, which is kind of nice. At the same time, it's slightly irritating. But mostly, I do actually like that. We still have to use our brains a little bit. We have to know who her grandfather was and then go to his coat of arms. Is it this one? Yes, Pergamentum exit. Make sure I get the spelling right. I don't think you even have to have exit, but I always put it in anyways. And we'll eventually get to Betty.
Viewed the door off.
Spasiba.
Different language. I don't know which one that is.
Welcome, my adventurous friend. Don't tell my sister, but there are ghosts in Blackmoor Manor. 13 of them to be exact. The problem is they're very shy, so they only come out when it's very late at night, usually just after midnight. And even then they only show up in quiet places, like the Great Hall, and the hallways and the conservatory. What's worse, they'll only come out for a very short period of time. But if you can find and touch all 13 ghosts in the time you're allotted, come back here and I'll give you a prize, one which I guarantee you'll enjoy. So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
I am, but the time's not right.
Oh dear, my watch tells me that the ghosts are not likely to show up right now. Come back between midnight and 4 a.m. Farewell till then.
And that's why I did that right now, just to get that message. Alright. Betty? It's weird. I feel really weird playing this game right now. Like, I feel like I'm on a roll without an introduction to a mystery. Like, Nancy just really jumped into everything. It just feels very strange, this game.
Those symbols look familiar.
Oh, right. Sad face. Bird. Erato. Harp thingamahoo's. I won't pronounce these because I know I don't pronounce them correctly. I think you, and then smiley face. Talia.
Maybe she'll give that to me if I win.
Mm-hmm. All right. So she's asking for that, which I will give to her. And this shows that she's taken it. Her turn again. I'm explaining this for anyone who's confused. Oh, rats. So she's getting both of these. And now this one should show up here. Yeah. And that will change because she's got them all. Oh yeah, she's the top row. Well, she's just kicking my bottom. Oh good, at least I get that from her. Okay. Nope, she still doesn't have those. Ah, I just got that. I have a feeling I'm going to have to play this more than once. This is not a good start. I do not have Irato. Oh, I'll get one of these. This, I should say, might be pretty boring for you guys. I apologize, I can't speed through this. You are welcome to fast forward if you so choose. Oh, I didn't realize I had that. Good. Get at least one. Oh hum. Oh good. Oh, which one do I pick? Ugh, of course not. There she has these, so I can take them from her. Ooh, ha ha ha. And then I should get this one too. There, I have my first set. I should probably ask for that. No! Oh, rats. Bing. She's gonna ask for this now. Yep, and that will go green. Oh, really? Well, oh, it's letting me go again. Okay. Oh, and I still get to go. She's probably going to ask for that. Yep. Just going to break the tie, so she's going to win. Oh, no, she's still missing it. Now she'll get it. Or maybe she just picked up this one. Okay, excellent. Oh, good. I will win. I didn't want to play this twice. It's just time consuming. So.
I won! All right, Betty, pay up.
There. The arrow. For arrowhead. Which goes over here, I believe. This teeny tiny spot. There we go. 2 down, 4 to go. Not bad, I say. Well, then, I think I can move on to the ghost hunt. Oh, I should order food. Because I'm going to need some butter.
Boar's Head Pub, this is Tommy.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'm supposed to call you if I want some food.
Right. Nancy Drew, out at the old Blackmoor Manor, are you? Coo, you must be Hank Marvin up there. Pity about your kitchen, but we'll fix you up for some Vexin posh. Just tell me what you'd like.
Okay. What do you have?
We've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, a real
Bangers and
fine
mash.
pinky and perky, and a delicious dog's eye, me fork and knife, just rubber-ducked. Hello?
Could you repeat that?
Sure, we've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, pinky and perky, and a dog's eye, and they're all Robin Hood.
Bangers and mash, please and thank you.
Bangers and mash.
Rightio, Uncle Fred and Johnny Rudder?
Yes.
Okay.
All right then, we'll come round and leave it at your Rory. Oh, and we've got no hot potato about, so it may take a bit, but we'll have it up to you in no time. Fish and taters.
Let's see. I'm ordering my meal at 9:15 p.m. Solid. I'm just trying to get things ready for nighttime activities. Oh. Was not prepared for that.
Who is that?
I do like Nancy, or do like that Nancy just follows on her own. That's kind of cool.
I wonder if these are what made those red eyes I saw outside the night I arrived.
Which is tonight. I still haven't gone to bed yet. This is the problem when you know how to play the game. You might rush things and, oops, that's not what I want to do. You might rush things and, things don't quite flow very well. So, part of that is on the player. Not entirely on the game designer, but a little
That
bit.
must be the food I ordered. Bangers and mash, huh? Looks like sausages to me.
So good. Ugh, mushy peas.
This smells delicious.
I'm not a fan of mushy peas.
I'm stuffed.
I'll take some butter. Okay. I'm gonna go on a ghost hunt. Will there be weird dreams? No. Oh, there's that.
What was that?
No one there. But
Scratch marks. Like something was trying to get into my room.
which is rather creepy, if I may say so. Okay. No, Nigel. Is there anything worth snooping? Oh, was it chapter 4? Yes. This helps with the task outside Jane's bedroom door, which I'll get to. I'm not going to jot them down because I have my notes. Okay.
So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
I am.
Remember, you mustn't waste any time. Our little chums won't stay visible for long. So, on your mark, get set, go!
Shoot, I don't remember how many there are. There are, what, 13? I can ask that. You're not going to respond.
Got one.
Pardon me. Sorry about that, folks. A lot of these you have to, like, look at from different perspectives. Probably missed some there, and that's okay. There's one. There's two. There's a second or third one here. Oh, there we go.
3 down, 10 to go.
There we go. Yeah, I thought there were 3 at the kitchen. I used to have this memorized, like how many were found where. Not anymore. And I haven't been counting. I don't know what I'm at. I'll put the one by the door on my way back up. I'm pretty sure it's just the two down here. I need Nancy to update me with a count. Oh, I just saw one. Here. I feel like there's still another one. Over here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. Might just be wasting time. This is
10
one I
down,
often
3 to
forget.
go.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. 3 to go. Oh, there it is. 2 more. Sorry for everyone who I'm waking up with my musical steps.
The time has come for closing books.
There it is.
You're gonna need a bigger
There,
book.
ghost number
Pay no
13.
attention to the bird behind the curtain.
Congratulations!
Yay.
You're one of the few people who have seen the 13 ghosts of Blackmoor Manor.
Yes.
As a reward, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Excellent. When you're facing the green dragon, look to the left and pull below the vase with the tree. Oh, there's
But
an
a
arrow.
word to the wise, if you're wearing a hat, hang on to it, have
Yes.
fun!
Okay. Problem is, I haven't gotten into that passage yet. That's alright. Oh, well, if it'll make a difference if I just click on the door again.
I need the key. I need the key.
The door! You're gonna need a bigger
Oh man, Lulu, that's enough. Okay. Some butter.
This'll loosen things up in there.
Okay, that needs to stay open so I can insert the key. Oh, I'm feeling very French at the moment. Okay. So I have to treat this like you would a square-shaped slider puzzle. Okay, what do I need first? Moon, you are gonna go to the bottom there. Okay, so the way to do this will be like this. Okay. Moon can stay there, that's all fine and dandy. After that is strength. This will be you, my friend. Okay, I don't know that I really want to worry about the others yet. Maybe, okay. After strength is toast. I think that's this one. Oh hum. So what's going to follow toast? The knight. It was way down there. Okay, I have to think about how to do this. It's actually not that hard. I've gone too far. There we go. Knight is next. Okay, these are in order. After the knight, charity, which would be that one there. Oh, humbug. Okay, how do I do this again? I need... Oh, I know how to do this. All these little tricks. I need it to go there. Okay, that might seem weird, but there is a method to my madness. See? There we go. Those three are now in order. After charity is angel. Brilliant. And then knowledge. Which I believe is that one. So I need to swing that over that way. Okay. The last three are a little trickier. Okay, after knowledge. Oh, geometer, same thing, okay. Father Time. Oh, what I feel like I've forgotten something. Where does the juggler go? I'm doubting my note. I feel like it's missing some info. Just reading my other notes here. Because the fool, I think that's what the juggler there is, the fool. Well, rats. I'm not sure about this. Yeah, where does he go? I really regret not having double checked this now. Just reviewing this note again. Yeah, where does he go? Where does he go after Father Time? Oops, I only need that. There we go. Well, I'll see if this works. If it doesn't, then I know he's in the wrong spot. Oh, good, that was right. Oh, I'm glad. Alright. Now that makes...
Looks like a piece is missing.
Some of these you have to get up even closer, some you don't. I never know which ones you have to do that for. Alright, 3 of 6 down. And Nancy hasn't even been here 24 hours. Fantastic, not even 12 hours. Alright. I think it's time for a snooze. It's been a long day. That took all of 15 minutes. I'm not sure I agree. Okay, she can have a bit of a lie-in. Let's go until 9, shall we? Oh, weird.
What is that? Oh, maybe I'd better have a look around.
After getting near 3 hours of sleep. Oh. Super creepy. There's nothing to see as far as I know. Alright. Go to sleep. Take 2. Nancy definitely deserves to sleep in now after that. Okay.
What's that?
He was Randolph's grandson and the first initiate. Odo did not have the proper qualities for Randolph's instruction.
Because he was stupid.
No, Jane. It's because Randolph believed that the proper qualities skip every generation. We talked about that, remember?
I guess.
Milo was a great soldier, just like his grandfather. And with his grandfather's help, he was victorious at Caen.
That was a battle fought in 1417, during the 100 Years' War.
That's right.
But I don't understand something. The 100 Years' War lasted longer than 100 years, right? So why do they call it that? Why don't they call it the 116-year war, huh?
Oh my, look at the time. We need to go over your geometry. Please open your book to page 46 and read silently.
I like that question.
I'm sorry to bother you again, but Jane told me about the lady in black.
What lady in black? Jane never said anything to me about a lady in black. That kid is so weird. I just don't get her.
It's really sort of inappropriate in my view. Step-parent saying that about their kid. Just doesn't seem very nice.
She seems very concerned about you.
Yes, I know. I just don't know how to be a stepmother to her. She's just so strange. Look, just forget about me. You can't help me, and that's that. I'm sorry.
Linda, you have to give me a chance. Everyone is so worried about you. If you just tell me what's happened, maybe I could help. Linda, I made a promise to your mother, and I plan to keep it. I'm here for you when you need me.
Yeah, not gonna get much out of her. I know we can talk a few more times. She's the key to moving forward at one point. Let's go talk with Nigel.
Hello, Nancy.
Or not.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Tally-ho!
I'm trying to think of what I have to do. I think I have to speak with Jane.
Yes?
Yeah, let's do this one.
I spoke with Mr. Tucker at the Boar's Head pub, but frankly, I'm not at all sure what he said.
Yes, his language is quite colorful, isn't it? He's Cockney, you see. My brother Alan and I loved to make up Cockney rhymes when we were young. We'd drive our governess quite batty. Haven't got a pot of glue, haven't got a pot of glue. Ha! How we teased her.
Pot of glue?
A clue, dear. Haven't got a clue. Rhymes with glue, you see.
Tricky. I don't even know if I should call that a language or just slang or dialect. I don't know what to call Cockney, but it seems very tricky. Almost mischievous in its confusion.
Do you believe that Blackmoor Manor is haunted?
No, of course not. I've lived here for many years, and I can tell you without a doubt that absolutely no ghosts walk these halls. An occasional odd creak here and there, yes, but no ghosts. But I do sometimes wonder if those who have passed away remain with us, lingering on. I miss my brother terribly, and I sometimes wonder if he is in some way still here.
Yeah, feeling I think a lot of people who have experienced loss think about and wonder.
Goodbye.
Run along.
And then she's all perky. Okay. Okay, I'm going to need to change the time because I need to speak with Jane. And I can't interrupt her lessons. Right?
Come back later, please.
Yep, that's what I thought. I think her lessons go until 2. So, it's still 9 a.m. Good gravy. Earlier games, the time definitely passed faster than this one. There we go.
Hi, Nancy.
Have you ever seen these before?
No, what are they?
I was hoping you could tell me. I found them in the hallway.
I've never seen those before in my life.
Lies.
Have you ever heard anything strange at night that sounds like chanting?
No.
I should get going.
Ta-ta.
Maybe I need to speak with Lulu. I really don't know.
I need something else for this.
Actually, I'll speak with Linda first. Maybe now she'll talk about the secret passage. 'Cause
Hi,
I'm still
Linda.
here.
Nancy? I can't believe you're still here.
Yeah, here we go.
I thought for sure that maybe you can help me.
What did the lady in black leave for you on your nightstand?
All I know is I've awakened something in this house. Something that refuses to rest.
What did you do?
One day, after Hugh left for Rome, I inadvertently discovered a secret passageway. I started to explore it. And pretty soon, I found this really old-looking message etched into the wall. When I read it, I realized it was some kind of ancient curse. I tried to laugh it off, but it was kind of unnerving. So I went back to my room and found a note on my nightstand. And on it was written the exact same curse. That very night, I started to feel strange. The curse has been coming true ever since.
Did anyone see you go into the passageway?
No, no one. You see, I'd been warned not to go poking around. By Hugh, Mrs. Drake, Ethel. They all said the manor is old and dangerously decayed, so I made sure no one was watching. And even if someone did see me in the passageway, I went directly to my room afterwards. How could someone write down the exact same curse and get it into my room before I came back? No, something else did this. Something not human.
So, quick interruption. Every time she's spoken so far in the game, I kept thinking, her voice sounds familiar, and I've been trying to peg which character. Katie Firestone. Pretty sure it's the same voice actress as who does, or did, Katie Firestone in Danger on Deception Island. Feel relief, actually, now that I finally figured it out. It was really bothering me.
Where is the secret passageway?
I can't tell you that. I've already caused my own doom. I won't do the same to you.
I can handle it, Linda, really.
You have no idea what you're up against.
Can I at least see the note that was left on your nightstand?
I burned it as soon as I read it. I don't know why I bothered telling you this. You can't do anything for me. I should have listened, but I didn't. And now what's done is done.
Okay, changing subject.
How well do you get along with Jane?
I've been giving it the old college try, believe me. But she can just be so strange sometimes.
Maybe she's just trying too hard to get you to like her.
That could be part of it, but she'll just do the oddest things. Like one night just after Hugh left, she came into my room and insisted I read a book to her.
Which at that point, or up to this point, that sounds very normal.
That doesn't sound very odd to me.
The book was on monsters, vampires and werewolves and witches. I mean, what kind of little girl reads books like that? She fits right into this house, that's for sure.
What an insulting thing to say, by the way. And also, here's where the seed has been planted about lycanthropy.
I'll see you soon.
I hope so.
Can't tell if she was sincere or not. Okay. Now maybe Jane will be helpful.
Hi, Nancy.
Ah, here we go.
Do you know of any secret passageways in the manor?
I found one, but all it did was lead to this funny picture.
Do you think you could show me where the passageway is?
Wouldn't you rather play a game with me? I'm so bored.
If I play a game with you, will you tell me where the secret passageway is?
Okay. I got this at this really neat museum in the States. It's supposed to be an original Maya game, but don't worry. You don't have to, like, kill people or take their hearts out or anything. It's really easy to play. You roll the corn and move your warrior the number of dots on the corn. If no dots, then you get to move 5 spaces. You get 2 turns, but you can pass on your second turn. You just keep on going down this track, and you can capture my person if you land on him. Whoever gets all the warriors wins. I'll be blue. Here we go.
Alrighty. This is a game we've seen before. This was purchased at Beach Hill.
Your turn.
Beach Hill was where Nancy was when she was solving the secret of the Scarlet Hand.
Your turn.
Oh, man.
Your turn.
Pass.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm in a dangerous spot.
I pass.
Sorry.
It's probably
You
dumb
can
enough,
go.
but that's okay. Ugh, yeah.
Oopsie.
Guess it wasn't okay.
I pass.
Mm-hmm. I'm losing
Pass.
terribly already. Oh.
I pass.
Your turn.
Yay!
All right.
Only down by 1.
I pass.
You can go.
Gotcha.
Oh, excellent. We are even.
Your turn.
Ooh,
You can go.
face off.
All right.
Excellent.
I pass.
Your
Face
turn.
off again. Chances of rolling a 1? Nope.
Your turn.
Pass.
Interesting choice. Ooh. Yes.
Rats. You lucked out that time.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I found the secret passageway in the East Hall. That's the hall with the coat of arms on the door. But it's not a very exciting secret passageway. You're going to be totally bored. Wouldn't you rather play a game with me instead?
No.
The East Hall is locked. Do you know how I can get in it?
My great aunt took the key. She probably thought I'd break something in there. But I found another one. Here, you can keep it if you want.
I should get going.
Toodles!
Okay. Now I feel like I'm going to make progress again. This is one of those games...
Pretty bird in the mirror.
Oh, that startled me. One of those games where I do sometimes feel like I really have to wait around, or time is really noticeable. Okay, before I go in there... Right, down, down, up, left, right. I used to have this totally memorized, like just like by muscle memory. I might still to some degree.
The hands move.
Yes, they do. And I will get back to these. Actually, maybe I will do it right now. You're up.
If I want to look around in there, I'm going to need a flashlight.
Or a torch. Okay, and then we have this.
Whee!
It's, bullseye. Can I take it now? Yes, I may.
And the winner is Lulu.
Okay, let's get this in hand so that I'm ready. Yes. My cursor doesn't always work, and I was really worried that it was not going to take when I clicked it. And now I think I'm going to be startled. No, that's a different time. It's all good. Okay.
Looks like a piece is missing.
No, not that one. There are two round ones. This is the one I want. And there, that's 4 of 6. Still need this one and the opposite corner. This one. It'll be a little while before I get them. That's okay.
Pay no attention to the bird
right.
behind the curtain.
Yes, okay, I will not pay attention to you. It's fine, Lulu. Okay.
So, did you find what you were looking for in that secret passageway?
Let's just say you live in a very interesting house.
I
Sure.
don't want to hear. It's so scary to think people can be looking about behind these walls.
Planting a
But
seed
you
again.
shouldn't tell anyone about them either. If you do, they'll probably close them off and say they're too dangerous.
Do you have a flashlight?
A flashlight? Oh, Nancy, flashlight is an American term. In the UK, we call it a torch. I don't have one, but I do have a whole bunch of glow sticks. If you want one, you have to play a game with me. That's the rule. On your mark, get set, go!
Oh, let's just stick with easy again. Yeah, it's funny how there are different words for the same language but in different parts of the world. So yeah, flashlight or torch, boot rather than trunk. Even football and soccer are swapped in the UK compared with North America. Oh, actually, let's not do that. Let's do this. Oh, you can go there. Oh, need the hands for there. Ooh, you and you. Oh, there was another one. Rats, that could have been even better. Too late. What else? What am I not seeing? There we go. I can actually go there. Excellent. Winner, winner.
Hooray! You've won! Here's your glow stick. If this one goes out, I'll let you play for another one.
Duly noted.
I should get going.
Ta-ta!
Okay.
You're gonna need a bigger bowl.
Yes, indeed. I've already forgotten. Oh, I guess I didn't forget. Excellent. Some of these things are somewhat ingrained in my brain. Yes, this one only has the one level.
That doesn't look like a curse. Barber, and a picture of a parrot.
Oh.
I wonder if Lulu has
shoot.
something to do with this.
Is this the only one I don't remember? Oh, I can't do it anyways. I still have to talk to Lulu. Okay. The nice thing is, so you're expected to go ask Lulu for all the answers, but you don't actually have to once you've got it started. Which I figured out the very first time I played it. I guessed a bunch of the words and they were correct, which was great.
Hello?
Does the word barber
Oh,
mean
no.
anything to you?
What's the magic word?
This part, more of a time waster.
Please?
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect. Lulu, what magic word? Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
The word annoying comes to mind.
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect. Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
Okay. I guess I'll go try to figure out what the magic word is.
Cheerio, you're gonna need a bigger bowl. Polly is a stupid bird. Polly is a stupid
Such an
bird.
annoying character. Like, Lulu is one of my least favorite creations from any of the games, but I do appreciate that ding! Okay, Mrs. Drake.
Yes?
Do you know anything about Lulu's magic word?
Magic word? Oh, yes. You see, my brother and grandfather would play a word game with Lulu. I never understood how it was played, but they'd play for hours. Lulu would sometimes grow sullen and refuse to play the game anymore unless they told her that... Oh, what was it that they'd have to tell her? It's perched on the tip of my tongue. Ah, they had to tell Lulu that she was a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
Goodbye.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
Alright. Yeah, it's one of those instances where I feel like I've just had to leave for the sheer purpose of trying to make the game longer.
Top of the
Which I
morning
don't
to you,
want.
matey.
I know the magic word.
Magic word, magic word. What's the magic word?
Lulu is a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
Clever and beautiful. How true, how true. Clever and beautiful.
Terrible
Easy,
sound.
Lulu. You're hurting my ears.
So, what's your word?
Barber.
Bleach. Bleach, bleach,
All
bleach,
right.
bleach, bleach.
Yep,
Bye,
forgot that
bird.
one.
Bye, bird.
Bye, bird. good. I didn't even have to grab the glow stick. Okay, I'm pretty sure, yes, this is just a single level. I mentioned before, I just wanted to check. Okay. Double E. Picture. So I don't have to ask Lulu. Baby. It was a bottle. Nope. Baby. Oh, shoot, what is baby? Oh man, I can't think of what this one is. Baby, 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 baby. Barber Leech. Picture book. Baby. I'm just trying to jog my memory by looking at letters. It's a double. I'm sure it's a double letter. Bonnet. That's what it is. There we go. My brain sometimes works. It's just a little slow. And then glass. Ant hill. There we go. See, don't need to speak with Lulu. Figured it out on my own. It's all good.
It looks like the rest of this grid is on the other side of the wall.
I haven't looked at the book in Nancy's room. Those will probably change. I'll probably have to come back, and that's fine. Now I need to go speak with Linda. And realize I'm not in the passage she was thinking about. Or that she was talking about.
You're gonna need a
Oh, jeez Louise.
You gave me such a fright.
Yep. I jumped.
What are you doing in there?
Oh man. I was so caught up. I remembered earlier that this was going to happen. Sure.
I was looking at the artifacts.
Nancy's
They're
not a great
quite
liar
intriguing.
in this game.
Oh, I see. Well, I didn't realize you were so interested in the treasures of Blackmoor.
Here's another one of those instances where the way Nancy says things is different between games. So earlier I'd mentioned language, how in some early games she was really great with foreign languages. Like in Treasure in the Royal Tower, she could pick up the French really easily. She might not have understood it, but she could pronounce things. And then later games she really struggles. Here's one where her line isn't very good and she's not believable, and yet I'm pretty sure they have her believable in other games when she's telling a falsehood, if you will. Anyhow.
Do you think there is treasure hidden somewhere in the manor?
No, not at all. At least, not the treasure you're probably thinking of. The Penvillans have lived here for centuries. The house resonates with their presence. Any hidden treasure in Blackmoor would be found in the family's history, in the Penvillans' passions and deeds.
Sure.
What you're teaching Jane looks pretty rigorous, but interesting.
I believe young people need to have a well-rounded education and learn what every other Penvillan should know.
I appreciate that they make her a hand talker, but it doesn't work very well. I mean, this just goes to the technology at the time. Just because I know it's so much better now, it looks a little sad. But it's a great characteristic that they threw in. I think it was actually a nice touch, even if the delivery is a little off. And it's okay, it's not actually meant to be a criticism. It's more of an observation along with a compliment, believe it or not.
Have you seen the book in Jane's room called the Mutus Liber?
Yes, the silent book. It's quite fascinating and very old. Jane's grandfather left it with me to give to her.
That's kind of cool.
Do you know where it came from?
No, I don't. But he regarded it as an heirloom and insisted that it belonged to Jane, and to Jane only.
Have you ever heard the legend about the Beast of Blackmoor?
Well,
Of
probably.
course, everyone who grows up in these parts knows it. But it's just a myth, one that unfortunately proved to be quite damaging to the Penvillans.
Damaging to the Penvillans?
Well, yes. Eleanor Penvillin was executed because the villagers believed that she had created the beast. Things cannot get much more damaging than that.
Fair point.
Do you know much about the Penvillin family history?
Only that they were a very well-respected and talented family. Many of my ancestors were tutors of some of the Penvillins, and I feel very honored to continue that tradition.
Well, I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Oh, and then she just disappears. Oh, she could have walked away. Mrs. Drake walked away earlier when Nancy first came into the manor. Oh, man. Oh. She was crying.
Linda, I found the secret passageway. Jane told me where it is, but I didn't see any curse in there.
How could you have missed it? It was right there, just waiting to be found. Wanting to be found. I can't believe how foolish I was. That stupid gargoyle. I hated how its evil eyes would stare at me whenever I walked to my room. So I moved it around, changed its position, kept fiddling with it. But when that secret door suddenly opened, I couldn't resist going in there.
Which gargoyle is this?
What do you mean, which gargoyle? I thought you said you found the secret passageway.
So there's more than one. Linda, I think someone's trying to scare you off. I think they thought you were getting too close to something that's hidden in this house.
You're right. I did get too close to something. That witch that was burned at the stake. She's cursed me, and she's probably cursed you too.
Well, that's intense.
I'll see you soon.
Please.
And then, that's a weird way to end that conversation, especially when she was not exactly calm at the end. Her tone is suddenly shifted.
I'll bet that's the gargoyle Linda was talking about. And it looks just like the one in that painting I saw. Something tells me I'd better not mess with this until I know what I'm doing.
I used to have it memorized.
There's got to be an easier way to figure this out.
Fine. I won't try. So, I'm just gonna make my way here. Okay. I didn't think Nancy would comment, but just in case. It's been a little while since I've played this. And hello!
Hello, Nancy.
Who is the man in the Great Hall with the gargoyle?
That's Corbin Penvillin, born in 1670 and died in 1741, I believe. He was Eleanor's grandson and spent his life in France. It was rumored that he secretly returned to Blackmoor to continue his grandmother's experiments in the mystical arts.
Where can I find his coat of arms?
I didn't realize you were so interested in Penvillin history. I'd be happy to show you his coat of arms, but I'm in dire need of a typist. Perhaps, if you can help me out, I can find that which you seek.
It's a deal. What do you want me to do?
Perhaps first we should see how fast you type. This
I got
program will
this.
rate your speed. Just type the characters that appear on the screen. If you're good enough, I'll let you type up my memoirs,
Okay.
and then I'll let you see the coat of arms.
Okay, we'll see how many of these I can actually see with that bar that's kind of in the way. Oops. Oh, it's an L, not a 1. It's tricky because some of these I can't tell if they're a letter or a digit. Oh, that one is a 1. Oh, yes. Yeah, not bad. That could have been a better score.
Excellent score. Now, here's what I'd like you to type up. These are my memoirs. I think you'll find them quite interesting.
These are the most boring memoirs I've ever read in my life.
I'm not surprised.
Phew, done. Finally. I feel like I've been typing forever. Nigel! Nigel!
Okay, he's gone. But he's left this, which is fantastic. So this is how we figure out which way to move the gargoyle. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. That's the way I think of it. Oops. And now we got something neat.
No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without
What are they doing?
No fire without oil.
Oh yeah, my actions ensure that my name will endure to the end.
That was a little creepy.
I did it perfect that time, didn't I? Well, almost perfect.
You did very well. But remember, this must remain a secret. Do not discuss it with anyone.
Yes, Ethel.
And don't forget, you have a maths exam tomorrow.
Yes, Ethel.
And be sure to brush your teeth.
Yes, Ethel. Good night.
So I sort of underlined with my cursor the word math. So in the UK, teachers will often say maths, teachers and students, I should say, rather than math. So it's plural with an S at the end. And you hear Ethel say maths. She does include the S, which was perfect. It was accurate, but the text didn't have the S, which I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah, so speaking it was accurate, was correct. But yeah, that our little S was missing there. I also really like that scene. I like that we get to watch and sort of observe this little ritual. You're hidden behind a pillar and you're kind of being sneaky and really feeling like a detective and watching this, which I thought was super cool. I also love Jane's, oh yeah, how she kind of forgot what she was doing. And another thing that felt really relatable and believable, and I just thought that was a great addition. I really like how her interactive put that in, like that whole little scene. I think it was really great. It's one of the good things about this game, one of the things I really appreciate about it. It's pretty cool.
Smells like oil.
Well, I'm not going to worry about the oil. I'm worrying about... No, I do that often. I want to do this.
I can see into Linda's room.
I'm going to be a spy. And that's the sight you don't expect to see. Very hairy hand and arm. I know you kind of understand why Linda doesn't want to be seen, and that'd be quite a shock to see that. It's...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Looks like it's time for another glow stick.
Normally, I can get through this without needing a glow stick. Oh man, that's super lame. Really super lame, because I was really hoping to do a bunch of these sneaky things at night. That's okay. And one thing I hadn't looked at yet, I meant to, is
John
this.
Penbelin.
I mean, you can get by without looking at this, but this comes into play a little bit in a little while. We're kind of approaching it, and this should be familiar. Well, at least we saw these triangles down the dragon passageway, and this is sort of how we... I can't actually think of why we know that it's meant to be fire, but yeah. And these symbols come in hand a little later again. At least fire does. The others might as well. But anyhow, at least taking a look at that book. So, rats. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do now. We really needed to get down that gargle passageway. Oh look, it's 3:15. That's when Nancy woke up the last time. You could hear chanting, so we know what was going on. Oh shoot, now I have to set this to 2 because that's when Jane's done her lessons. Nancy's just going to sleep the day away. It's fine. But, oh, that's annoying that the glow stick died, if you will.
Hi, Nancy.
We have a few things we could talk about. Let's start with the glow stick.
Could I get another glow stick?
Yes, but you know the rule. First, we have to play another game.
Yes, I will be an
On
expert
your
at this
mark,
game.
Get set, go!
Pretty much already am. Let's see. I say that and now I'm probably going to struggle. Just like to get things sort of organized. Similar objects by each other. More of this. I've got one up there. Here we go. Ooh, we've got 4 of these. Excellent. Even more points. Thank you. How about you, dude? Oh, there are 3 hands. That's good. Oh, I've got 3 of these. Oh, and 3 of those. Perfect. Not much of these purple things. Oh, but there. You can go there. Another one of these. I've got 3 of these guys. Ooh, 3 of the like bowls or whatever these are. 4 of these. Ooh, 5 of these. Oh. To think about this. Hang on. Excellent. Yes. Good score. I like it. Come on.
Fanfare, please.
Yes,
and
please.
Here's your reward.
Thank you, Jane. Now let's talk about this.
Jane, I saw you and Ethel performing some kind of ritual. What were you doing?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Liar.
You and Ethel were pouring oil or something down some kind of drain.
Coo, you're a daft one. Imagine me and Ethel running around in the middle of the night pouring oil down drains.
I didn't say anything about it taking place in the middle of the night.
Well, isn't that when weird rituals usually take place? In the dead of night? Anyway, you were probably just having a bad dream. Believe me, this castle can sometimes give you nightmares.
I'd believe that, but we know this was no dream.
I should get going.
Come back soon.
Oh, I shall. Okay, but first, I'm on a mission.
Only the blameless shall pass here. All others shall transform into beasts. Tooth and nail shall grow long, and hair shall turn coarse, till their aspect be as loathsome as their cold hearts. Prove thy worthiness, and memorialize here the innocent one so wrongly condemned for saving lives. Else consider thyself right and truly cursed.
So this is what's telling us what the puzzle is, and we have to put in Eleanor's name in runes. And fortunately, I have these written down on my sticky notes, so it should be pretty quick for me to do. And R. Okay. And now this is the side has this extra level. Oh yeah, and if you do this at night,
I can see into the library.
even if Nigel's supposedly not there, he'll be there. What you do here will have an impact. He'll freak out. It's fantastic.
Oh? The statue. It's moving.
Yeah, that'd be rather startling. Okay, we want him facing that way, and then I believe that's the one we want. Just put that down, just in case it's the wrong one, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay, and then we can continue in the right direction, please. Down the stairs to get to the other side of that puzzle. Yeah. Maybe because he's devilish and that makes you think of fire and flames, that's why we know. Oh no, because there are triangles pointing in this direction. How foolish of me. That was really obvious. Anyhow. Okay, so those are all in the right direction. And now we have to go back to the other side, which means going up this passage and going down the other one. That's fine. Put my glow stick away. I really feel like this... It seems like it's facing the wrong direction, but I guess it's not. I guess this is where it opens up. I just always feel like I should be facing the other way when I come out of that passageway. I don't know why.
Who's the pretty bird in the mirror?
Oh, Lulu. And we go down a bunch of stairs. Nancy's getting her steps in. It's all good. Exercise is a good thing. There we go. So now we can get to both sides of the passages and get my glowing rock.
Wow, looks like I won't be needing any more of Jane's glow sticks.
That's right. See, I was so close to not needing a new one from her. But I'm not going to go through that door yet. I'm going to go here first. I'm going to open this door because...
I'm at the bottom of the well.
Yeah, so this is for the well that, for the conservatory. My dear little Jane, just a quick note. Enclosed is what you requested. I hope it will help your guinea pig. It certainly helped me. All the best, Uncle Roger. Wonder if he wrote that while his toupee was flying off. Anyhow, so now we need to fill the well.
This reminds me of that picture I saw in the Mutus Liber. I'm supposed to press the button under the blue triangles I want to move, then press the one under the group I want to move them to, until I wind up with a group of just 4 triangles.
Correct. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Yeah, and then you go there, because I want a group of 2 here. And move 1 to there. I now have this almost memorized. Well, today I have it memorized. And now, so the well is filled. I'm not even going to bother opening that door. And now, going through this one. So this is a moving maze, which is actually really easy to navigate. Open this door, don't go through it, just close it.
Oh my gosh, the room is moving!
Yes, it is, Nancy. Turn around, open that same door, and close it again. So you open and close it twice, and then go out the Mercury door. That's simple. This gets you to the other side. So if you needed a quick way to get through the moving rooms, that's it. It's really, really fast.
Weird symbols. Maybe knowing what that snake symbol means will help me figure out what the others mean.
I was watching a show that made reference to this over the weekend or within the last week. And I think it was Jack Irish I was watching, and that's where it came up. I've been rewatching a few shows, but it came up and I was like, I know what they're talking about. I learned that from Nancy Drew. Which was really cool. So again, open the door, but don't go through it. Just close it. Turn around so that you're opening that same door as before. Close it. And then go through the door ahead of you. That is the fastest way to get through the moving maze. Okay, so now... Oh, there are a few things to do. Oh, there we go. Let's go to the conservatory now that the water has been replenished. And we get to deal with my least favorite part. I think this is my least favorite part of this game. There are a few of these. It looks so pretty. Love that there's all this water. And now we have to do this dumb activity. I don't really call it a puzzle because there's no way to just solve this easily. Like it's so random, it constantly changes. I have spent many minutes trying to get through this. And the goal is to move Granny the Frog safely over here.
Someone deliberately set this up so they could use this squirt gun to hit those tiles over there.
Thank you, Nancy. But the problem is every now and then, a croc, that guy, comes up. And I might go the same path and he'll, see, I went the same way as before and he's there. Like there's no order to this. And it is the most frustrating thing about this game. Because it's all about chance and you can spend a whole lot of time trying to solve this, and you can't because you'll be like one step away. There we go. And he suddenly pops up. So, yeah, one of the last times I played this, no exaggeration, I think I went through like 20 plus attempts to get Granny safely across. It's really aggravating. For goodness sakes. And there's that Granny book that I pointed out in Nancy's room, which I think is supposed to give you hints about the path to take, or like to avoid trees and boats and things, and it doesn't make a difference because here he is again. So I go the same route. He's not there. He was fine this time. It's so dumb. Sometimes I can go this way. Will it work? Hey! Ooh, it worked this time. Probably one of the fastest times I've done this, which is insane. And here we go. We get another column piece. Thank you, frog. And you know what, while we're here, let's speak with Mrs. Drake about the well.
Have you seen? The well is filled up again. It's very curious, but quite wonderful.
I think she'd probably be really happy about that. It brings back memories of her family, having that well filled again.
I think Ethel is trying to recruit Jane into some kind of secret society.
Oh, for heaven's sake, child. Where did you ever get such nonsense?
I saw Ethel and Jane performing this ritual in the Great Hall in the middle of the night.
Poppycock! A ritual in the middle of the night? Young lady, I will not abide such wild stories. Imagine Ethel Bossany recruiting my grandniece into some kind of secret society. Next thing you'll be saying Linda has been cursed by some roving spirit, or that we have ghosts prowling about.
Well, in a manner of speaking.
Right. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
My bothering you is a pleasure. Sure. Alright, if you say so. Okay. Next, we need to get... I don't think I can talk to Nigel. No, because he's not here. But we need this. Okay, so we've got the last two column pieces. So we've got the head here. And then the opposite one here. The wand.
Sounds like I did something right.
Indeed. Okay, and now, oops. Nigel should have snuck into the library. Yes. It's covered the statue, which is just one of the best things ever. He's not having it. He's freaked out.
Ah, there you are. I'm sorry to inform you that I shall soon be leaving Blackmoor. I just have a few things to take care of, and then I shall bid you adieu.
It's not adieu, it's adieu. That's French, that's how you pronounce it. Hate it when it's butchered. Adieu. Good gravy.
Why? Where are you going?
I have good reason to believe this place is genuinely haunted. There's no way I'm staying here 1 minute longer than I have to. Thankfully, I've finished most of my research and have enough to start my book.
All right then.
Do you know what the symbol of a snake eating its tail signifies?
The Ouroboros?
Yes, that's what
it's a very old image and is usually associated with alchemy. You really do come up with the strangest questions, Nancy.
Thank you.
What do you think of Ethel Bosny?
I think she's an odd lot, that one. She has no formal background in pedagogy or scholarship. I would be a much better influence on Jane were I her tutor, but Mrs. Drake insists on employing Ethel.
Yep.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Farewell.
Okay. So, now we know Ouroboros. So we do a quick little web search. Alchemy symbols. And, like, I know what Nancy has to make. I've kind of memorized this and I have the notes anyways. But yeah, you want to, if you can, look at this and figure it out right away because you don't get service when Nancy's down that many levels underground. So, yeah, we need to make Aqua Fortis and Aqua Regia. I think? No. Maybe. Yeah, we have to burn Cinnabar. That's why you need to know about the triangles. Because I don't think it's included here. Oh, maybe it is. Oh yeah, there's fire. Yeah, and then we have to make liquor hepatis? Yes. Anyhow. It's nice if you can jot all that stuff down. If you haven't played this before, jot it down before you head back into the passages. So that you don't have to come back up for cell service. I think we're really nearing the end. Yeah, I think I only have to come back up one more time. Which is pretty cool. Just get through the maze here. Okay. So, this is our first symbol, the first thing we have to make. So that's Aqua Fortis, which is a combination of vitriol and do not pasco nitra. I might be mispronouncing these. That's liquor, no, aqua regior, I don't know. That one is made up of the dude on his side 3 times, plus what we just made, Aqua Fortis. There we go. Mercury, that's burning cinnabar. Burning, so fire. This one's cinnabar. This is distilled vinegar, so that's our symbol for distillation. That's vinegar. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then liquor hepatis. It's slightly more complicated, so we need to distill the thing that reminds me of a house, the pitchfork, and this doohickey. That should be it. There we go. Perfect. Put that away. And now we're in this old forge, which is really cool. So I'm not going to go up these steps yet, because I'll come back to that. But we'll start by looking at this.
A keyhole.
Yes, a keyhole. I really thought she was going to say more than that. And then we've got all these old notes for all the initiates and this family history and everything about the manor, which is really cool. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time, but yeah, it's just kind of neat to see all the detail and all these notes that were included to really flesh out the story. It's something I really appreciate.
This looks like some kind of medieval forge.
That's what it is, Nancy.
This looks like some kind of ancient mold.
And that's also what that is, Nancy.
Looks like a chunk of metal.
Yeah, so we still need to light the forge. Yeah, so that's one of the things we have to remember to do when we leave the space. And like this, you get sort of the maps of the manor. Pretty cool. Yeah, again, all these additions to the process of hiding this thing that Nancy hasn't quite found yet, but she's really close to. So it's really cool. It's really creative.
My dear initiate, Penelope Penvillin.
Yes, I'm not actually reading that. And of course we've got Ellis. And no, can't pick up that book, but up here, a few more scraps. Yeah.
You're one big drink of water, aren't you?
I'd say so. Okay, so this is the other puzzle I don't always like because...
Sounds like the big guy out there just took a step.
Oh, it didn't happen this time, but sometimes the winds, when you first start, will blow you straight into a pit. And you have no control over that because it's randomized. And last time I played this, I think I was blown into the pit 4 or 5 consecutive times. I couldn't even get started. It was quite frustrating.
Looks like some winds are stronger than others.
So, my trick is to always stay away from the pits. Sort of be in between everything. I might take a chance here, though, and see if I can get this guy. I might get blown into a pit from any of these guys, though. Yeah. So, because he hung out there. Okay, good. No one's blown me into a pit right away. Oh, rats. I was really hoping, because I didn't see him, but I was hoping he was going to blow me into that one, and then you can capture it that way. No, this guy was even stronger, so he blew me down. And I don't want to capture this guy because he's covering a pit, so I would die, which is not what we want. Yeah, this is... Oh, same thing happened. This guy got in the way. I really wanted him to blow me into that one. It might not have worked here. It might have blown me through him, but here, because there was a stop, I might have been able to capture him. We'll see if we can repeat that later. He's gonna probably blow me away. No, him. He's kind of annoying. He keeps getting in my way. I feel like I'm missing a wind. Shouldn't there be a wind blowing me up? Uh-oh. Unless I caught it without realizing it, which is entirely possible. Okay, I just want this guy to blow me into this one. So I just want to hang out up here. It's not working. Okay, how about now? Nope. Apparently not. That's the danger zone. Well, now that I don't have a south or north wind, some of these, I could go between some of them. Between pits, because I can't be blown in these directions. So if this, I could be here, that should be safe. Okay, I should capture this one now. Yes. Now I should be able to capture. sure as the last one.
It sounds like air is
Perfect.
going to the forge.
Okay, so now I'll be able to light the forge, which involves some interesting steps. And Ethel getting in the way, as you'll see soon. So, actually, before I do that, I'm going to have Nancy speak with Jane, because there's something I want to show about this game that I also really like. Oh.
Hello?
Nancy's
Hi,
at the
it's
end.
Ned.
Hey, Ned, what's up?
I could say I've been studying and needed a break, but the truth is I've been dying to hear from you. What's going on there?
What isn't going on here?
I'm listening.
In this series of games, like the next couple, Nancy's phone always rings right before she's about to solve the case. So when someone calls her out of the blue, you know you're nearing the end. And it's so annoying. I was on a roll and I had things I wanted to do. Let's go with this.
Well, for one thing, I've discovered some kind of medieval alchemy lab.
Really? Where?
Under the manor. And I mean way under the manor. In fact, I may be the only one in this place who knows about it.
What's in it?
Well, I was hoping to find the fabled Pendleton treasure, but all there is in there is an old forge.
Forge? Isn't the thing you use to heat metal and make swords and stuff?
Right.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, actually, the forge looks like something I saw in this strange book Jane has in her room, which means I should probably check it out more thoroughly.
I don't need to.
Probably hasn't been used for centuries.
That's the thing. It looks like it has been used recently. I mean, relatively recently. Certainly within the past 50 years or so.
I didn't pick up on
What
that
would
when I
someone
played
be
it
using a
first
forge
time.
to make in this day and age?
There was also this big keyhole in the lab.
What about a key?
No key.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's what has to be forged.
The key that goes in that keyhole?
That'd be my guess.
And I'm not going to bother continuing to talk with Ned because I'm at the end and I know what I need to do, and I feel like this just wastes time that would be better used at solving the case. So,
I'll talk to you soon.
You'd better. Bye, Nance.
yeah, so let's see if the thing's going to happen. Dialogue with Jane changes.
Nancy, I'm so afraid. Someone just sent me this horrid message. Look at this.
This house is now mine, so of this be warned. Thou hast angered me and shall soon be gone.
Now look on the other side. That symbol is a rune. Right side up, it means protection like a shield. But there, it's upside down. It means I'm in danger.
I wouldn't take this seriously, Jane. Someone in this house is up to no good, and I'm determined to find out who it is.
Are you really? I mean, none of these weird things started happening until you came to Blackmoor.
Not true.
How do I know it's not you who's behind all this?
I think you can trust me.
I think not. I don't think I can trust anyone right now. I wish I'd never come back to this place. It's old and cold, and I hate it. And I just don't want to be here.
I know you're upset, but please, you have to trust me. I'm on your side.
The thing I want to illustrate will come up, but I do want to note that, you know, you're sort of picking up what's going on with Jane. You know, you're sort of seeing this other side of her, and this sort of makes me think about mental health and how she's struggling, and she's not finding ways to cope with it, and we'll get into that a little bit more, but yeah, we're learning a little bit more about her in this conversation. Now we're going to get to the thing I wanted to illustrate.
I should get going.
Bye.
See how she says bye? She's not enthusiastic. She's really solemn and not happy. Her mood changes based on that conversation with Nancy, and it's something I really appreciate. There was other acting done, or different, I don't know the best way to put it, but the voice actors did more than one set of hellos and goodbyes. She did another set for when Jane is more sullen, and so she's reacting to the conversations. Her character is changing, and I really, really like that about this game, that she's not you know, super perky after we've had this heavy conversation, because you see that in all the other games. You might be talking about something serious and then you just get your regular goodbye, like they're not ending the conversation as though they've had a heavy conversation. Whereas with Jane, she's suddenly not enthusiastic, and I just really appreciate the effort that was put in and the thought that was put in to do that with her character. It's just really important, and I mean, that's on my mind because I had that conversation in my recap video about dialogue, and that sort of goes along with it, is how a character is reacting and responding to the conversations, and it's fluid and it flows and reacting appropriately, and change occurs and is consistent, and I just really, really appreciate that. Okay, so now we're gonna light the forge, and this is actually covered in the papers in the forge. We're gonna look at things I haven't looked at in the game
This
before now.
wand probably works through magnets.
Yes, yes. And we're actually gonna do this twice because we're gonna get a little surprise at the bottom of the slide. Because Ethel told you.
I guess I should explain.
I see you did not heed my warning.
No.
I realize you're a very curious young woman, but know this. These passageways can only lead to misfortune for the uninitiated, and I am not only speaking of physical peril.
Yeah, let's go with this one.
Would being initiated have anything to do with secret rituals in the middle of the night?
Nancy, I know you're a good person and mean well, and I understand you feel compelled to discover what is happening to Linda.
Well, yeah.
But I also have certain duties which may conflict with yours. I will not interfere as long as I am prohibited from doing so, but know that the instant I receive the word, you will no longer be welcomed in Blackmoor. Good day.
It's quite the threat. And I can hear her walking away, and yet she went poof and vanished. And she's messed up my attempt to light the forge, as I knew would happen. So we're going to do this over again, which is fine.
Once more.
Yes, hopefully only once more.
And the winner is Lulu.
Then we've got our third one. This is the fastest way to get to it. Right here. And then we need to go right here. Poof.
Whoa, something tells me I just succeeded in lighting the forge.
Indeed. Alright. So I'll head back to the forge, and then we'll, I haven't actually dealt with the key mold. I'll do that when I'm down there. But yeah, we're right at the end. It's, I chose saying that. Yeah, just about concluded. Yeah, it's really fast when you know how this goes. You away. Bring out the key.
The forge is lit.
Yes, it is. Good observation skills, Nancy. Okay. I need, and I have these already written
By
down.
pulling out different plugs, I can create different patterns in the mold.
But of course. Uh-oh. Is the box gonna let me do this? Yes. Oh, this one's gonna be harder. Ah, shoot. Oh, no, it's fine. I only need to remove that one. This one. All plugs here. Just these ones. Okay, that should be correct.
Wow, molten metal.
Mm-hmm.
There, that looks
Yes.
right.
When Nancy says that, you know you've done it correctly. Alright. Right at the end. Last little bit.
Whatever you just found, it's mine. I'm the pendulum, not you. Besides, I would have found it before you did if I didn't have to sit there all day learning all that other silly rubbish. What is that?
I like that we get a choice here, also for how to answer. Cool.
Looks to me like a meteorite.
A rock? 600 years of secrets and mystery and puzzles, all because of a stupid rock? No way. There must be something under it.
No, don't touch it!
I definitely got trapped in there the first time.
Nancy, help me! It's pitch black in here. I can't see anything. Get me out of here, please! I'm sorry I was mean to you before. I'm sorry for everything.
What do you mean by everything?
It's my fault Linda's sick. I mean, she's not really sick. I just made her think she is. I left that curse in her room and gave her allergy pills and put her medicine in a moisturizer.
Oh man, that's dangerous.
You made her think that she's changing into the Beast of Blackmoor, didn't you?
I just wanted to go away. I just wanted to be Daddy and me and Mommy, my
so
real
sad.
Mommy. Please don't make me talk anymore, Nancy. There's no air in here. I can't breathe.
I've got to figure out a way to get that box off of her fast.
Oh, this was unfortunately pretty easy.
Thank you.
Dear Ned, well, there is a Beast of Blackmoor. Jane. She made poor Linda think she was turning into a monster by putting her uncle's hair restorer in Linda's moisturizer. She also slipped Mrs. Drake's allergy pills into Linda's food so she'd feel woozy all the time. An extremely dangerous thing to do. Needless to say, Jane's father was very upset, especially when he found out Jane had done it because she still wants him and her real mother to get back together. After Jane apologized to Linda, and Hugh apologized to both of them, they all resolved to do whatever it takes to become a real family. As for Blackmoor Manor, ever since I told him about all the passageways and gadgetry I discovered, Hugh has become fascinated with his family history and has asked, no, ordered Ethel to teach him what she's taught Jane. And while he doesn't believe for a second that the meteorite in that old alchemy lab has magical powers, he has encouraged Jane to come up with a puzzle to help ensure its safekeeping, just as initiates have been doing for centuries. Which reminds me, the Pendlins swore me to secrecy when it comes to all their traditions. So don't tell anybody any of this, okay? Nigel suspected something was up when he came to get his laptop and has been hounding me ever since. This is just the kind of stuff he'd love to include in that unauthorized tell-all he's trying to write. If he calls me one more time, I'm telling on him. To Mrs. Drake. That'll teach him. Ever yours, Nancy.
Okay, what reward am I getting for this one? Ah, Sleuthier drew us for all around super sleuthing. Oh. There's supposed to be an A in that? No. There's no A in sleuthing. Ooh, typo. Oh. That's embarrassing. Anyhow, let's move on to a trailer.
The year is 1930, and everything is on the rise. Unemployment, government breadlines, and organized crime. In the midst of it all, a heroine is born. Armed with only a flashlight, a blue roadster, and a spirited resourcefulness, a 16-year-old detective will go on to inspire hope in the hearts of young girls and kisses upon the lips of evildoers everywhere. Her name? Nancy Drew.
Good game. Oh my god, 2005, that's so long ago. Well, anyhow, there we go. That is the Curse of Blackmoor Manor. Quite the game. Like, it really stood out at the time because, as noted at the beginning, it's Nancy's first overseas adventure. We were all very excited about that. And sort of the setting of the curse, which was kind of cool. It felt really spooky in this old manor with all these secret areas, which was super cool. Just the whole atmosphere, having British accents, it really made you feel like you were in the UK, which was great. But really a heavy story when you think about it. You think about Jane's motivation and everything this poor young girl is going through. She's experiencing a whole, like, this host of changes. She's got a new parent that she doesn't really know and she's not comfortable with. She misses her biological mom. She is not even seeing her dad. He's often away because he's a diplomat. He's in different countries and she's stuck at home, and it's a new home. She doesn't like being at Blackmoor Manor, and she's there with people she doesn't really know, she's not close to. She's very lonely. All these changes this poor girl's going through, and she doesn't know how to cope. She's not handling things very well. She's resorted to these terrible measures to hurt her stepmom and wants to bring her dad back. It's really sad. And then of course Linda's reaction to all this might be kind of normal because she's going through changes she can't explain, you know, the hairy arms and the drowsiness from the allergy pills, and she's not able to act rationally, and that's also negatively impacting that relationship with Jane and then with Hugh, and it's all this tension. It's just so much for them all to be going through. And I didn't actually get to this, but there is a note in the conservatory. There's a plant guarding it. I think I looked at the plant, but you can feed the plant and then you can read the note. But it talks about sort of this, it's a rule, if you will, with Hugh and his new bride having to live in Blackmoor Manor for I think 6 months before he properly inherits, I think, something along those lines. So they have to be at Blackmoor, have to in air quotes, for if he wants his inheritance. And so they feel like they're stuck in this place, and they don't, or at least Jane's not going to understand that. And yeah, it's very, very tough. So really, I mean, this game talks about a curse and this family history, which is a big part of the storyline as well. But ultimately, we're learning about mental health again, which came up with Secrets Can Kill, and it's important to be aware of and to learn how to cope and how to talk about things, share your feelings. Jane doesn't know how to do that. She doesn't know how to talk to her dad about how she's feeling. She's not comfortable talking with Linda. We don't know how often she talks with her mom, who lives in Paris. There's some distance there, which is not the same as, you know, sitting in the lap of your parent and having this serious conversation. So this is actually a pretty deep and pretty serious game when you think about Jane's motivations and all these impacts on her and the consequences of what she's experiencing and not being able to express her feelings and emotions in a healthy manner. And, you know, I kind of get that. I see that in my work. And, you know, it hurts the heart a little bit. It's sort of heartbreaking to see someone going through that. Going through this separation and again, all these changes. It's a lot for a little kid to go through. So aside from that, break things down, characters, they're fine. I mean, Jane's proportions really bother me. Her head is much too big with regard to the rest of her body. Like, it's just off. But she's an interesting character. She's the first kid we see in the series, which is kind of cool. Mrs. Drake is just kind of meh. I don't know. She's not my favorite. She kind of annoys me. Nigel massively annoys me. I don't care for his character at all. Linda, yeah, she's also hard to like because she's so curt and doesn't really believe Nancy can help her, which is pretty sad. And then we've got Lulu, who I loathe. There are a lot of characters I don't like in this game. Ethel's interesting. She's actually kind of a curious figure, but we don't get to talk to her regularly. She just pops up on 3 occasions. I think that's it, just 3. You can't just go and find her to talk with her. So that makes her a bit mysterious and kind of cool, and sort of her threat toward the end there about her right now not having the authority to give Nancy the boot, but it could happen. The boot actually reminds me, going back to sort of the things we can learn from this game. So it's set in the UK. Sort of a good learning opportunity to learn a little bit about British terms. So we learned about Cockney a little bit, but also how some words are different. So a torch versus a flashlight, a boot rather than a trunk, I mean, that doesn't come up in the game. Would have been nice if it had, but yeah, little things that we do learn about the language. Pointing out maths exam, even though the text didn't have the S in it. So a few little educational bits. Runes, you know, the ancient runes, we saw those. You know, we don't dive into it a whole lot. But yeah, so we learned some things there. Moving on to music. Music was fine. It doesn't stand out to me. It's good. It suits the game. And certainly when I hear tunes, you know, I think of this game. But on the whole, I don't find it amazing. And that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to stand out. It doesn't have to be flashy. It still works for the game. What else is there to say? Puzzles were mostly interesting, sort of some repetitions. You know, there are a couple different versions of Go Fish. I do like that Jane has her hope chest that's full of games. I think that's really sweet. Again, you're seeing the side of this kid who's all alone and she just wants to spend time with people. And I like the games. I like that you get Petroglyph Punch, which is, I mean, you don't see it in The Secret of Shadow Ranch, but you know it's sort of related to that, and Bull, which is from The Secret of the Scarlet Hand. All these different games. That's really cool. I like games myself. I'm a big fan of board games. I appreciate that that's a passion of Jane's, and that she wants to make computer games. This, you know, this is meant to be a nod to the fans who want to follow in the footsteps of her interactive as well. So that was really cool. But yeah, I guess the big thing I'm really stuck on makes it sound like a negative, but that really stands out to me is this story about struggling and being alone as a kid and not knowing how to cope and how to talk to your parents about your feelings. So it's an important thing to think about if you're struggling, or you know someone who might be going through some difficulties, that if you don't express your feelings in a healthy manner, there could be some severe consequences. Your actions could hurt someone else. And that's the case with Jane. She's admittedly intentionally hurt Linda. Some kids, their actions, they don't necessarily mean to hurt others, but in this story, that was a goal. That's what Jane was trying to do, and she was trying to bring her dad back and didn't want Linda in the picture and just wanted her real mom. So it's pretty sad, but it's an important thing to be aware of, and it's very real. This is not a total fiction. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you very much for watching my playthrough, and I hope it's been insightful and a good learning opportunity. And I'm looking forward to my next one. Thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye.